Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. Chuck here. We have a list of 14 properties, and the flight over Milton is here. And so if you click the extras tab on the website just up there, it'll be the first link, and you can check it out, put it full screen. We uploaded at the highest resolution we could. And then also to see previous episodes, that's up there too. So, if you want to see what happened yesterday or last week or last month, the property links are only good for about 2 weeks. So anything past 2 weeks, you're not actually going to be able to see the listings. You can even see episodes 5 years back when I used to do the episodes up in a bedroom in my house. So anyway, it's been a lot of fun. We always enjoy bringing these to you, and definitely check out the flights. A lot of fun. 14 listings. Let's do it. 649 Mark starts us off, and I always think about the Mattamy Village townhouses as having 3 different levels: small, medium, large. And so this is the small one. This is the Cherrywood, and 1051 square feet. It's priced higher than 2 other listings at $379, $385 that are larger, and to me look just as good or better. So historically speaking, this is still high, but we've seen this model kind of creep up in 370, kind of low 380 mark. I think they're a little bit high. The thing is comparatively, if you're just looking at pictures, 2-bedroom, 2-washroom, and you didn't know the model or the square footage, you'd say, well, it's probably fair price. But when you realize it's a lot smaller than the other ones, you might think to yourself, doing the research deep, it may just be on the high side. Then we've got Mortimer Crest, which is bigger, so we go from 1051 square feet to 1356 square feet. It's called a Woodbine model. 423.9. The thing, and I talked about this in other episodes too, you got 2 really good ones in 370, 380 kind of range. And then you've got this one at 423.9. You're not going to break the record. The record for these models is 412. Maybe you are. I wouldn't. I would never pay that. And buyers are comparison shoppers. And so even the other ones might get in multiple offers. They might even sell for over $400,000. I doubt they're going to sell for 420 when they're listed that low. I'm not sure if the flooring matches upstairs either. This floor and that floor could be different, could be the same. It's hard to tell with the photo angles. But I just don't see any of these going into 420. I don't feel like the conditions are there. I feel like there's enough choice for buyers, and there's no reason to pay up in that price range. So it's, in all likelihood, just going to sit around until it starts kind of coming down a little bit. But in this kind of market in 2015, there's been some properties that have surprised me as well. So as always, we're going to see what happens. I think Duncan Lane is a pretty good representation of the value that you get in this price range. So we're more than 1,500 square feet. It faces train tracks. Now, the thing about Duncan Lane is that for some reason, they never, or very rarely, do they ever see a drastic reduction in price for being close to the train tracks. It's the front yard, so you're still buffered in the backyard a little bit. It's a little quieter in the yard. I'm not a big fan of these tiles here, especially with the other color choices that they have, although I think the wall color kind of picks up some of the kind of orange and yellows in the floor. To rip that out is not hard. It's messy, but it's not hard. So someone could do that potentially if they moved in and didn't like it. The rest of the home looks like it's pretty well upgraded, and you've got pretty typical backyard for the area too. So there it is, 469. Doesn't look too bad. It's not a 90 by 200 foot lot. That's not true. It's, if I had to guess, it's probably, I don't know if they did feet meters kind of thing, but you're looking at probably 28 feet, 26, something like that, by probably 80 to 85 feet. Now the next one on Diamont, 499.8, probably one of the least expensive ways to get a double garage. And if you look at the model here, it's a Rothmill end. There is a version of the Rothmill that has a little ensuite bathroom plus a closet, so you could actually have this as like an in-law suite. Makes for a good home office too. I know people that run a daycare off this floor as well. Looks like different colored floors upstairs. I mean, I like to see consistent flooring in a home. You've got a white dishwasher. When the rest of the appliances are stainless steel and you've got a white dishwasher, the only way that really looks good is when you have kind of a lighter white cabinet. So, to me it looks okay. It's all personal preference. Upgraded countertops. You also have a bit of kind of a lounge family room area that's not huge. The front room is a lot bigger here if you wanted to have a larger family room or a formal dining room. A little butler's pantry in here, and then you've got 3 bedrooms upstairs. I think that one of the things that's probably missing that I would put in here personally, it may be in the virtual tour if you check the link up here, but I think that somebody needs to be overt about the fact that this one has a double garage in the back, and that there's also a 400 square foot patio above the garage. There's just wood, almost like a deck. And I think that would be an important consideration for someone looking at this, because otherwise they just think it's a big townhouse, and maybe they even think it's a single car garage. So having that be one of the photos can be a very positive thing to the sale. Cartwright is next up. We talk about double bracketing, $499 compared to $500,000. Usually this one's the better option at $500 because now you're in 2 different price ranges. We have a Moorside corner home, townhouse, end unit, corner unit, 1570 square feet. We have seen this model with a finished basement, well done, with a big backyard, go for over 500. So actually we've seen 2 of them that have gone for over 5. This one maybe isn't as blow your mind, but it's still a very nice looking home, and I think that this is definitely the right price for this. It was, I believe, the largest kind of 2-story townhouse in this phase. This was the pinnacle of townhouses, and now we see townhouses that are, 2,600 square feet. This was it back in the day. This is one of the first phases that Mattamy built. 320 McDougall, $599. It's a Newport model. It's like 17 something square feet, between 17 and 1,800 square feet. You've got your dining room plus a kind of an open kitchen with a movable island, and then there's a family room off to the side. I think it's hard to find a double garage in this price range under $600,000, so it's going to do well. I think that there's so many single car garages right now that this one's going to stand out as just something different in that range. And it's big enough because there are double garages that list for $570, $580. But they usually just have one room. So this one having the kitchen with a dining room plus a family room, I think is different than what you get under $600,000 in most cases. Now I like this one on Laundon. We're in the Scott neighborhood, $759. You have a 1-bedroom plus, a kitchen on the main floor plus a kitchen downstairs, 4 bedrooms upstairs plus another bedroom down in the basement. 2-sided fireplace, so it's either a Plan 12 or a Wood Lily. It's about 2,600 square feet. Plus you've got the basement. You got a separate entrance there. I like all those. I love looking at books and records when I'm in a home. I know it's distracting and we tell clients not to, but when someone else has them, I'm instantly attracted to that. So you've got some nice size windows here. What that does, it lifts the house up a little bit and you feel a little less private up on the like in the kitchen. You probably see your neighbor right there across. So that's the kind of plus and minus on it. The other thing is the garage. It doesn't look like there's a sidewalk. It's hard to tell here. When you have a sidewalk, is you usually can't park in front of this door, so you end up with 1 driveway and 2 garage spaces. This without this, or with no sidewalk, is you now have the ability potentially to park 3 cars in your driveway. So the staggered garage, some people look at it and say, I don't know if I like it. What it does is it moves the garage forward and gives you an extra room on the main floor, which in this case is either your dining room or kind of a formal living room, which some people use as like an office. Okay, last up, we're going to head over to Earl Crescent in the Beatty neighborhood, so on the east end of town. This home is probably getting close to maybe 10, 11, 12 years old. So you want to check the age of the roof and windows and furnace and all the rest of it. Surprisingly, a lot of furnaces are breaking down at 10 years. You can usually expect a good 20 out of them, but a lot of the first generation furnaces, especially the ones in Mattamy homes, are not doing so well. Same with roofs. You hope for 15, 16 years. A lot of them 10, 11, 12. So anyway, just something to know about some of these homes are getting closer to some work than you might expect. I don't remember the name of this model, but it's 2750 square feet. It's got a good floor plan inside, so you've got a formal dining room, plus you have another little room here, like a living dining in the front. Plus you've got a kitchen. Replacing this hood fan to make it black would have made a difference. Just to kind of jazz up the kitchen, make sure everything matches. Then you've got your family room. And then behind the family room, there's actually a little bit, you go down this little area right here, and you've got another space here, like a little den. So there's actually this is the den right here. Lots of rooms on the main floor. There's a little butler's pantry here. I really like the floor plan. This is my neighbor's house. Well, I don't live on Earl, but this is the layout that my neighbors have. And I've always been impressed with how much space it feels larger than 2750 whenever I've seen it. Plus a finished basement. You got that bedroom downstairs, potentially 2 bedrooms plus a washroom. And you got those 56-foot lots, which they don't make anymore. So no more 56-foot lots. That time is over. You are going to find that pretty much exclusively in Beatty, Clark, and in Dempsey, all the east neighborhoods. Okay, so there we go. That is the day. So there we are, 14 listings. The link is just down below, and if you have any questions or even any feedback about the flight or anything we talk about in the videos, just reply back to any of the emails or give us a call, and we're here to help. Okay, have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.